Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World. Today we're in Seattle, Washington, right outside of Pike Place Market. And today what we have for you are the 5 things you're going to love and hate about visiting Seattle. And I mean, this has been a really cool town. I've really enjoyed it, but you know, I've got to start with the bad news first. And the first thing you're not going to like when you come here are the prices. I'm not going to lie to you. Going out to eat, going to see the sights, staying here is on the expensive side. And the thing is it's not just the expensive side of it, sometimes you feel that things are overpriced. For example, the sites you want to go see. So sometimes it seems like the price range for places here or sites here between $25 and $35 to go see something, which seems a bit high. The thing is, some of them are worth it, like the Museum of Pop. I thought that was awesome, but going to the Space Needle up there for almost 30 bucks, yeah, that's a bit much. So that's the first thing you're not going to like. It is going to be an expensive visit to see the sights. So one thing I will say though is you can get some tickets where you can like put like five sites into one price. That might make it a little bit better, but just know it is not going to be a cheap place to visit. The second thing you're not going to like when you come here are the automatic gratuities. Yes, they'll stick an automatic 20% onto your bill. You know, you go to the restaurant, you order something, you're trying to tip 15 to 20%. How is the service? Oh no, some places automatically 20% like that. Now, what I recommend you do is look on your bill or look on the menu. Does it already say, oh, we have a 20% gratuity already included? And the thing is, not every place does the 20%. Some will put a 5% charge on there for the staff in the back. So you really need to pay attention on the tipping, because you don't want to have an automatic 20% and then you tip on top of that, because they do leave that line for you to put even a more additional tip. So do pay attention. Now, you do tip and make sure they at least get that 15 to 20%, but just know that it kind of gets irksome when it's, wait a minute, even if I have bad service, you've already put 20% on there? What's going on? Now, the third thing you're not going to like when you come to Seattle, this is kind of a safety thing, is you will see a large amount of homeless people and a lot of very aggressive beggars when you are here. You really do need to pay attention because it can be a little dangerous. You'll see tent cities around town and stuff like that. And the thing is, it's not just, you know, people that are homeless or people that are begging. There's also, we've seen a lot of people with mental illness around, so do be careful when you are here because it is really an issue. Now, the fourth thing you're not going to like when you come to Seattle is the weather and the Seattle freeze. The thing is, the Seattle freeze actually isn't a weather thing. You should know that. But in general, if you look at the weather here in Seattle, I mean, it's famous for its rainy days and rainy nights and rainy mornings and rainy rain. Look, you're here in the Pacific Northwest. It is a rainy location, so make sure you're bringing your umbrellas, bring a rain jacket, things like that, because you're going to need it when you are here. And even if it says that, oh, it's going to be a nice day today, just be prepared that it might rain. Just know that, okay? And then the other thing that sounds like a weather thing, but it's not, but you know how I like to combine things together, is the Seattle freeze. And this is, one thing I've seen is the people have been very helpful here, but the thing is they don't really let you in very much. And I've talked to a lot of the locals that have moved here, and they talk about this Seattle freeze, like the people kind of freeze you out. You may work with people for a while or be talking to them for a while, but they're not necessarily going to like let you into their circle of friends. So that can be something that for people that are moving here, they should probably know about when they come here, because yes, the locals will help you out with directions, but they're not going to be maybe so warming in terms of letting you in. And the fifth thing you're probably not going to like when you come here is the smell. Look, in Washington, recreational marijuana use is legal, okay? And so you will smell it quite a bit. So if you're coming with your family, be ready to explain to kids what that smell is. And the thing is, you know, about 4:20 every day, the smells start wafting out of some of the windows and stuff like that. Now, you won't see it really on the streets, but you will smell it. And that's kind of one of the things that takes off, because the city is so awesome that that's one of those things that some people like, but it really kind of can turn you off of when you're walking around town to kind of enjoy a moment. Now, those are just the small things you might not like when you come here. Overall, Seattle is a fantastic city. Like, we have loved it when we've been here. It is a great place, and probably there's more than 5 things I really love, so I've kind of combined a few things together for my 5, okay? And the first one you're gonna love, the first thing you're gonna love about coming here is exploring the city and all the region around here, because there's so much to do and see. It's fantastic. And how the city is set up, yes, you have the downtown, and they'll tell you, oh, there's neighborhoods around here. there really is neighborhoods you go to have a completely different vibe. Yes, going to Fremont and seeing the Troll and doing stuff there is awesome. Taking a ferry, I mean, that should be on its own. Take a ferry, go across over there to Bainbridge. You can see this nice little town there and spend some time there. Going to Mount Rainier and going hiking on there. I mean, it's just gorgeous everywhere you go. Going to Lake Union, just taking it all in and just exploring when you are here. Going to the Seattle Center, going to see the, you know, if you want to go up it, you can, of the Space Needle, but just seeing the Space Needle is like, oh wow, it's what I've been seeing on TV all these years. The Museum of Pop, that was totally cool when you are here. Going to see the Seattle Art Museum. There's so many things for you to do and see and explore when you are here. And yes, you can take the little Ferris wheel back there for a little spin if you like, for a nice view. But I'll talk about the views later. And with that exploring, one of the cool things you can do is you can actually go whale watching when you are here. I mean, it's a little bit farther, but going up the San Juan Islands and stuff like that to see the whales, I mean, that's kind of a far way, but you can do some boats from here. It is really cool. Now, the second thing you're gonna love when you come here is right behind me. Pike Place Market. Yes, go and see the people throwing the fish and stuff like that. It is a really great experience. There's tons of restaurants, there's tons of shops, there's all these little places you can try little foods, you know, whether it's donuts or seafood or whatever. It's amazing. And when you're there, the restaurants and bars and stuff like that are on the back side, and they have gorgeous views from there. And one of the things I really love about Pike Place Market is that it's not just the market stalls. They actually have places that are public free spaces, so you can go and grab something and sit down and enjoy a view. It's not just for those people that are paying, it's for people that are there to enjoy it, which is just awesome. Now, the third thing you're gonna love kind of deals with this, but it's not just in Pike Place Market, it's all over the city. It's the food and the drinking when you come here to Seattle. Look, there is so much great food to have when you are here, and most of it is seafood. The salmon is fantastic. The oysters, oh yes, you have to have the oysters when you are here. Clam chowder, you can grab some here or go to Ivar's or Ivers, depending on who you talk to, how they say it. You're gonna have all this great seafood when you're here. Also, there's great Asian food when you're here, so sushi's fantastic. The teriyaki here is to die for, okay? And the thing is, there's a lot of really great little treats to have as well. You got cheese places in here, you got all kinds of food stuff, but if you're walking around, you're going by the Space Needle or whatever, you can get a Seattle dog, which is just a hot dog with cream cheese and grilled vegetables on it. Actually pretty good. And then, of course, it's not just the food, it's also the drink. And this town is full of bars and pubs and cocktail bars and stuff like that that are actually really good. We went to a place that was a German themed one, and they had legit German beer, like dozens and dozens of different beers on tap in bottles, and it was great. There's craft beer tap rooms all over the place, so you can have locally produced beer. Yeah, maybe you don't like beer, you like the cocktails. Believe me, there's a cocktail bar for anything that you like, and that's what's so cool about it. And I can see why a lot of people like to come here, because you have cool sites like the Museum of Pop, and you have the waterfront and stuff like that, and go and explore and outdoor stuff, but also you have the great food as well, so it's kind of got that double 1-2 kind of punch, which is really cool. Now, the fourth thing you're gonna love when you come here, and for me, this is the biggest surprise, the thing I've kind of loved almost the most, is the architecture. I mean, the architecture here in Seattle, whether you like modern, sleek, new design, like cool, new age stuff, like the library here, or kind of like the futuristic designs of the Space Needle, or going to see the Museum of Pop, which the building itself is so cool. And when you, or you know what, maybe you don't like the new stuff, maybe you like more historic buildings, going down to Pioneer Square around there, lots of bars and restaurants there, but also really, really cool architecture from 75, 80, 100 years ago and stuff like that. Awesome to check out. And so when you're walking around, it's not just walking to a site, it's walking and taking things in. So if you want to go see the gum wall, yeah, you can see the gum wall, but while you're there, check out the cool buildings on the way. And everyone will point out Smith Tower to you because that's their first skyscraper and everyone likes to mention it, but actually it is kind of a cool architectural feature. And the fifth thing you're gonna love when you come here, I'm gonna put two things together. It's the double V's, the views and the vibes. Dude, this place is a cool city. Great music scene, bar scene like we talked about, but just when you walk around, you get this great vibe from the people when you are here. And that's really cool, but also the places and everything, it just got this great feel. So yes, if you're going by the gum wall, there's that, but also just exploring different districts around here, you just have this kind of cool alternative vibe when you are here, and that's really awesome. But also what's cool is the views. Yes, the touristic views, going up Cary Park and seeing the traditional view that you see of Seattle, they have that. We're taking those ferries out and you'll see turning back and looking at the city, the Ferris wheel there and the Space Needle and stuff like that. You have these amazing views throughout town, yes, with the architecture and other places, or just taking the monorail, which is only $250, which is a great deal, out to Seattle Center, and you take it and you drive through the center of the Museum of Pop. It's just like, wow, you have all these great views. It's just this great vibe, and there's something about this city that you really are going to enjoy because there's so much to see, so much to do, and so much to enjoy. So I hope this helped you know what you might love and maybe not like so much about coming to Seattle. If you want to learn more, check us out on our website at woltersworld.com. We also are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we really appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and we hope you have a great time here in Seattle, but from our experiences, I'm sure you will. Bye from Seattle. Now, in terms of the Seattle Center, when you go out there, you've taught your entire life and you learn about Seattle. Oh, the museums are out there, and the Chihuly Garden, and where you see the blown glass, and the Science Center, and the Space Needle all this time. You're really, really excited for it. Look, calm yourself. The Space Needle, yeah, like I said, it is overpriced to go up there. You can get better views in other parts of the city for a lot less. Also, some of the museums, the prices are just kind of put it out of the reach for normal people, so you're gonna have to pick and choose what you want to see. I like the Museum of Pop. I thought that was the one that was really worth going in and paying the money for. So just know that you might be a little disappointed, especially because of the price when you go out to the Seattle Center, but it is still worth going out there, so don't worry, so you can get your pictures and your Seattle dog and stuff like that, but just to give you a heads up on that.